And we're live.
That's us in, boys.
This meeting is that I don't like it now that they've done that because that makes it just feel more businessy. Whereas this is a vibey laugh, mate. No, I mean,
anyway, warning should be right, boys. What are you going to say today?
Let the madness. Who will you offend today? Begin. Episode 132, me and Mal talking to you, coming through your ears and audio waves and audio things and audio signs and making noise with vibrating tongues and sounds on a
HashTag show.
Look at me now, Ma.
You've got a higher power every day and every hour.
Jesus.
You got me farting in the shower.
Coming inside you.
I said, you've got a higher power.
God is
every
the answer.
Every day, every hour. God. You got me farting in the shower.
Kill your son.
That's a new ditty from Coldplay.
Jesus touched me. Yes, he did. But not that kind of Jesus. It was a Mexican working in a taco restaurant. Welcome to episode...
Jesus finger my anus. Jesus finger my hole. Jesus finger my anus. And there's nowhere left for me to go. I can't tell the church. I can't tell my mom. What am I going to do? Which my uncle's bum? Yeah!
Came in my bum. Can't tell the church.
What am I going to do? You came in my bum.
Imagine that was the way in which you tell him the church. Have you told the church before you tell your mother?
His name is Jesus. Jesus in Spanish, Jesus.
I had sex with the demon. It was really nice. Took me for dinner and we fucked twice. He came in my ass and shot in my mouth. I've had sex with a demon.
I got pink eye from the demon. I got a pink eye from the demon.
Jesus come doesn't give you pink eye because it's the Holy Ghost.
It's the holy water of semen.
You come taste like the body of Christ. You know the problem with young people nowadays? They will never know the joy of watching TV at fucking 2:00 in the morning and those adverts coming up for the it's like Time Warner Videos presents, and it's like sounds of the 80s, and it would just be a pure list of songs, and you would buy like a fucking massive wedge of CDs.
With Eye of Tiger playing in the background.
And then like, more than a feeling. And it goes out to the next one. And you're like, oh, no way, man, Boston. 3 simple payments of $19.99 plus booking and shipping fee.
But they CDs, even no matter how many CDs, it's a 10 CD case set or whatever, it's only the first track and every CD that's a belter, the rest are pure fucking what? Who did that? For 1972, a German compilation, you're like,
I mean, people don't know the joy of
shite,
like phoning up stuff,
mass consumption,
phoning up stuff, or like cutting a wee coupon thing out the paper and like writing away for a CD or a video, a VHS, mate. Waiting for it to turn up. I remember my brother was like mad into animals when he was young, right? He was mad into animals, man.
Give me the keys to those cages.
Open the cage. Get mad at it. I was like, you need to start pumping birds. He's like, no way, man. No less jelly. See, I've had all the animal pussy. I'm no fucking having human pussy, mate.
That's man. Overrated. Too much. Too much asshole, my man. Don't get any grief for a fucking gerbil, do you, man?
See, when you can find me a bird as tight as a squirrel, then we'll talk, my man. All right?
When was the last time you bird let you tape up her arse so she didn't explode?
Can you snap a bird's neck, then bury in a skip? Then
with no conscience, just walking away, my man.
See, if you go to the police and say somebody's fucked a gerbil and then fucking tossed it at a fence, they're not going to come looking for you, then? No, exactly.
See, technically, in the world of animals, I'm a fucking serial killer, my man.
Mate, I'm the Harold Shipman in the animal world.
Wait, just think about it, right? Talk to them. Take them out for a meal. Buy them something nice. You're in deep, I got £100 before you even got a finger. Gerbil, £4.99, pet shop. No even wait till you got with him.
Mate, two for £8. I couldn't believe it, man. Could not believe it. I'd one at
Roll
my
of
arse and one at my belly.
All he needs is a roll of Scotch tape, some wipes, and you've got one of the best couple of minutes of your life, my man.
Yeah, you ever had a gangbang, Franco? The sellotape and 4 gerbils together count?
Only problem is, my man, you ever try to put a pair of fucking sexy tights on a gerbil? Fucking murder. Rip the holes clean through your legs, you cunts. Couldn't get a size wee enough.
I've got to cut their fingers and toes off, man, because they wee nails keep scratching the nylons. Get into Build-A-Bear with a semi if you get fucking tight self out of gerbil. Get into Build-A-Bear. Yeah, do you sell suspenders? Asking them, do you sell suspenders in Build-A-Bear? No, it's children's shop. I'm just checking, sweetheart. Like, guys, walk in here, shut your mouth.
See that nurse Build-A-Bear there? You get your size, he's like, fucking brilliant, man. Build-A-Bear.
See when Build-A-Bear first opened in Braehead, so I went in to get, I don't know who was getting
something
for the bird. It was for my my niece. It was for my niece, or it was for, what's it? It could have been because she's 9 now, so it could have been up to 9 years ago. Anyway, so we went in. There was a weighing involved, right?
Luckily, it wasn't yours.
And so, but I don't know if they still do it. I've not been in Build-A-Bear in years, right? The last time I was in Build-A-Bear was to get something to try and dress the dog up. But anyway, so
that's another story.
Went into Build-A-Bear, picked out the bear, and then they give you can give it a heart, right?
Oh,
so
mate.
it's all upselling, right? So you buy a wee heart, and then the guy's like to me, the guy also knew this is just me, right? And I could be completely wrong with this, and I'm wrong about a lot of stuff. But see, guys that work in these shops, they freak me out. I just assume you're a pedo, right? It freaks me out.
Killer.
I don't mind when it's young women or older women. I just think there's a kind of womanly nurture, right? And I know the whole gender thing and everything else, I shouldn't judge it, but all the guys that work in these shops are weirdos. So he takes the heart and he tells me that I need to hold it in my hand and I've got to say this like prayer thing, or otherwise the bear will not come to life. And I was like, mate, just make the bear. And he wouldn't do it.
That's fucking voodoo.
Mate, he refused to do it. It is voodoo. so repeat after me. I, Bronxy the bear, will forever defend. I was like, mate, no, anybody did it? So some other woman had to go over, and then I thought it was quite traumatic because they just hammer this bear out of a tube and pure inflate the thing. And then you've got to buy shoes and sunglasses.
Since the last time I pumped a gerbil. Keep inside it, man. Blow the wee hang up.
Wee bit of foam poking out his nose. Like, that's it, Phil now, son. Stop blowing it up. You got to draw off it. Anyway, 132 for the council.
I went in to Build-A-Bear up the same one Braehead when it opened, and I took my kids, right? Aye, fucking, when we'll get you a bear, we'll build it up and everything. They're going daft, and you get run each station, you pick all the clobber and everything, and the heart. And that's what I remember happened to me. Aye, there's a wee pick your bear and all that. Don't get the Brunion, pick the other ones, you know, all that kind of stuff, you know. Then I was like, they get the ways all dressed up, and then you're going, that's fucking cute. And then you're going, how much? What's all the prices? And you're
60
going,
quid.
What? You're going, yeah, man, 2 of them now. And then we'll get my pair of shoes and we'll get them like, if you knock your boots, and I'm going, fucking hell, man. And then they get to the heart bit and it's all that, and the cynic's going, oh, for fuck's sake, man, any excuse to get $12.95 extra off you. And then the Waynes are looking and you're going, that's lovely, hen, I get it, lovely wee message. Fucking hell, man. What a lot of shite. Oh, that's great, hen, aye. Tell it you love it. And then you come out with these fucking 2 bears and you're just like, I've just spent fucking £100 and something that'll last a week and flung in the corner.
Mate, it's perfect upselling. And it's just anything that can like appeal to children, you're fucked. Because even when, like, obviously, because and I'm sure it was my niece, right? I'm sure it was Lexi, where I'm just going, I don't see them that often, so I always go daft, right? And you're like, right, fine, whatever, get what you want. They want a hat, they want the fucking glass. I mean, I wanted sunglasses and a bonnet and a pair of fucking trainers for it, and I was like, right, fine. But then see when you get to the end of the till and you think you're done, then they're like, do you want to buy a birth certificate for your bear?
I know.
Excuse me. And I'm like, how? Even when they get to the end, somebody sat down in an office and went, right, How else can we make money? What else can we push at the end? Like, mate, we've got shoes, we've got a fucking bag, we've got trainers, a hat, we can't sell anything else. Birth certificates,
Private healthcare for it.
exactly.
Maybe come back in and get a fucking new
insurance for the bear.
New rig out for its birthday party.
Listen, do you want to buy insurance for your bear hen? I've had a look at your feather and it looks a bit rough. And that means so if you ever come home drunk one night and rattles the back end off the bear, bring it back here. We'll refill it, stitch it. No questions asked.
Hey, honey, just point to Build-A-Bears where your dad touches you. Just point to where he touches you. Fucking anyway, man.
I think there
Build-A-Bear.
I think there isn't a man in the Western world that hasn't been done by Build-A-Bear at some point.
What do you mean, like a fucking guy caught out? Like,
as in, like, you know, you're walking past him, like, please, please, got to take me out. And you get in, you're like, fucking,
mate, just take my PIN number. How much is it going to cost me to get here? I could have bought you a fucking bear on the dark web for this. An actual bear.
I bought you a fucking factory, my man.
Aye. Could have got your Uncle Matt to dress up the bear suit and get Stephen. You'd fucking had all of that for as much. Fuck's sake.
Could have got fucking 20 of these off of eBay.
Oh, mate, you just, I'm sorry to jump in here, but please tell me you've been to Morrison's.
Whenever, or just like recently?
Just within, I mean, I know it's probably maybe too late, or it might not be, over the weekend. So, first of all, it was Father's Day. I completely forgot. Did you have were you treated to a great Father's Day?
I was taking. I was going to say I was taking it for a meal. I drove the family to a meal that I actually wasn't paid for.
Where did you pay for yourself to be taken for a meal?
We just went to a local restaurant in the area. But I had it was lovely because obviously my wife, my daughter, and my son joined us, and he brought his lovely girlfriend and made a nice wee.
And did she kick herself in the head for you since it's Father's Day?
Not at all, no. But I've avoided those conversations, and she even made him sit in a couple of family pictures, which he wouldn't have done if she hadn't give him the fucking "you better sit there," which I liked.
And was she not spending the day with her father? Does she not have her father? Is her father dead?
He is actually dead.
Oh, well, in that case, it's a
so we welcomed. I could be your new father.
Well, I mean, let's go.
Listen, I'll be your new daddy here if that's what you're looking for.
Listen, so Morrison's tomahawk steaks for Father's Day.
Talk some more.
Went any Morrison's? Briefly, bread and milk, right? So I was, you know, that
just
way
went in for bread and milk.
You know that way, like when you forgot, you've done the shop, but you forgot a couple of things, right? And I think when we done the big shop, we thought we had bread and milk, and then literally the next day the milk's done. I was like, for fuck's sake! I've done a quick run to Morrison's, right? Bread, milk. So I'm in. I know where I'm going. Don't fuck about. In. I go right to the end. I take a left. I go right to the very end. I take 2 aisles before the bevy, which is bread. Scoop up the bread, come back room for the milk, and then I'm in the checkout and I'm out, right?
Yep.
And as I'm walking down like the back end of the shop, I walk past
blinkers on, Mission Impossible.
Mate, full blinkers, like in and out pensioners, because it was early on a Sunday morning as well.
Ducking and weaving.
Right? I'm walking past Butchers and Deli, right? Now occasionally I'll pick up a 4-pack of sausage rolls. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Right? I'll just reach out and grab it, right? Blinkers are on. Morrison's have got those kind of fridges in the middle of the floor that's got like meat in it. Sometimes they like barbecue packs and things like that, right?
Barbecue packs.
So I'm blazing, and at the corner of my eye, I saw a bone, right? And I thought, because they've done it once before in this Morrison's, because they've got the in-house butchers, they'll sell a pack of bones, and they sell it for like soups or stews or something like that. So you get like all the marrow of it, but also sometimes I bought it for the Doug because he loves a bone. No, mate, this fridge was packed full of tomahawk steaks for Father's Day, and mate, honest to God, I didn't even look at the price. I just put my head in to double check, and in my head I went, "Fucking Mal would be hugging that fridge," and then just carried on.
Okay. So
I don't even know how much they were. Do you know what? I don't
see how much they were charging for a tomahawk steak Morrison's.
But do you know what, mate? I don't think they would be that much, and I'll tell you for why. Because it seems as if the tomahawk steak has been adopted by the father. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the new socks and pants. Get your dad tomahawk steak. Do you know what I mean? So every single supermarket was doing tomahawk steaks over the weekend.
Fucking
That's it. Well, Morrison's had a deal on where it was 4 cans of Stella Tomahawk steak, sellotaped in with a fucking Reader's Wives. That was the Father's Day pack. A packet of baby wipes, 10 Marlboro Lights.
I think your everyday man dad guy is now fucking taking it up a notch. I mean, it's tomahawk steaks on a fucking barbecue by the man hut in the garden.
Well, that's the problem.
Fucking living the dream with a beer machine in there.
Who would have thought that fathers, dads, blokes, would have been dragged into this new world?
Gone are the days of sitting in the all-settee, the single-seater for the 70s, busty fuck, stinking
that's not cool.
In the hut with a wee one-board heater and the shittiest TV that's, you have to get a knock to get a picture of it. Now they've got the full, a fucking man cave with everything in it, a beer machine, porn, 24/7.
I remember my mate's dad had a shed, right? So when we were young, there was 2 sheds. And we had a shed that we would hang out in, like our HQ, right, our den. And it was just a shed, like with a couple of chairs in it. And one was like an old dining room chair that was broke, one like a deck chair. But young boys, like maybe 10, 11, 12, and you just hung about in it.
Aye, in your head, you think it's fucking Scaramanga's fucking HQ.
Oh, totally.
Helicopter partner.
We opening that door and it's fucking ancient Rome. You know what I mean? Like, my countrymen, Romans, come forth. But his dad had a shed as well.
Beautiful.
And I remember saying, like,
what's in there? He's like, oh, it's my dad's shed. He's like, my dad goes and just hangs out and fucking does stuff.
Aye.
But
now we've got medication for folk that are depressed.
Exactly. Mate, mate, do you know what his shed was? It was a workbench, right, for woodworking. An old deck chair. Like, those deck chairs, it's like the fabric looks like it's a potato sack, like an old school deck chair that'll never fucking break. It's probably 80-year-old and still working. Aye. One of them and a fucking DAB radio. That's it.
Beautiful.
And like you're saying, you get medicated now. And probably what's better for you? Heavily medicated or having a shed with a deck chair and a DAB radio, sitting there with a whiskey or a bottle of beer and a fucking escape the madness of your life.
Shut the world off. Aye.
You're sitting in the living room, knocking your pan in 9-10 hours a day, providing for the family, and now you're getting this fucking, you're like, I'm away in the shed. She's like, what is he doing there? What are they just sitting quietly?
Tell one of these to knock the door when the dinner's ready.
Aye. No, don't even knock the door. Just fucking whistle or unplug the power just so he sits in the darkness for 30 seconds and then fucking goes back in the house.
We had a shed, but my dad never sat in it. He just stuffed it full of shite. But my mate's dad had a hut. And all was in it. It was all obviously just hundreds of stuff. Mate, stuff.
I thought you were going to say your dad never sat in it. He sent all using it. I thought you were going to say your dad's like, everyone who's got in that shed just made you stand in the shed for now. He sat in the house himself.
When I get into BMXing, we got a hut and I put a workbench at the back of it, and I used to build all my BMXs in there, BMX posters all about the place and all that. And I used to just fucking spend rainy days in there building bikes and that. Fucking even thinking about that. Wee buzz there. What a buzz, BMXing. But what I was going to say is my mate's dad had the shed, and it was a typical fucking shed thing. And he was, I don't know, man, like pure 70s stuff, man. He was a heavy drinker. He was sitting in the fucking hut, just fucking, rattling into the drink. And he just had, it was like a big one of the big old gas canister bottles with a fucking old shit black and white TV on top of it with a coat hanger aerial and a chair in front of it.
Delighted.
And that was it, and a bottle of whiskey. And he was in like, all the time. We'd even have like fucking we'd be in his house drinking our carryouts, and we'd be like, sorry, I got an empty and all that. You want that? I'd be like, what more is it? Fucking whatever. And my dad's just out in the hut. And I guarantee he fucking probably just get steaming and slept in there.
I just love his life.
Like you say, no medication, just shutting the world off until he's ready to return.
And it's like, it's new. It's like, it's all, do you know what the problem is now, mate? The only difference between then and now, because like the only difference between guys getting into a shed that was like £100 at a fucking B&Q with a plastic window because you don't put glass in it. And now to having like people who are building like fucking replicas of the Bristol Bar at the bottom of their garden. Mm-hmm. The only difference is social media. That's the only difference, because now the wives are like, if you're going to be fucking posting pictures of this, it better look. So they buy, leather chairs and they build a fucking bar. And whereas, see if you went down to if you turned up to your mate's house, right? Like we went round to Mr. Ross's house, right? Misa Ross. And he's built a full fucking mini Ibrox in the bottom of his garden, right? And we go in and it's beautiful bar and big fucking massive TV and leather chairs, and we'd be like, fucking hell, mate, that's amazing. The exact same way if we went down and he had a shed, and in that shed was one of the machines that pulls a pint
Amazing.
and a fucking TV with a metal coat hanger aerial, we'd have the exact same reaction. We'd be like, mate, this is amazing.
This is even better.
Mate, this is pure retro, man.
This is rustic, man. I like it. I like what you've done with the place.
Is that a glory hole? Like, it's just a knot in the wood, mate. It's not. I
That'll
didn't
do.
even mean for it. That'll do me, mate.
Couple of drinks in. Arse of the night, right? Now it's time. Pick a straw.
But it'd just be the exact same. I saw a guy and he had built so it's like, you know, those sheds you can buy and it just looks like a barn, but it's maybe about the size of a shed, and it's to put like a single car in. You know, like you can buy these wooden garages just to drive. So this guy had bought that, and when you open the door of the garage, he's basically got, like, as soon as you walk in, it's just like a whole front of like tools and shit like that. And then when you open up, like, a bit of the tool goes away, and he walks inside, and he's built like this fucking man cave for himself.
Beautiful.
So if anybody comes in,
He's like, the wife's just thinks when you're making. Like, mate, the wife doesn't care. But why does nobody talk about the fact that
so many guys have to build escape rooms for their fucking family?
Well, here's the thing, but is it because the wife's commandeered the entire house and done it the way she wants it? So that's because I was going to go, what if women had a fucking woman cave? They do. It's called a fucking house. They get their claws in, they do it the way they want it. And that's why us men are forced to build a hut at the back door, because nothing in your house is actually the way you want it. It's the way the missus wants it. You know, for fucking a vase in the corner, pictures in the wall, the carpet your own, the seat you're sitting in,
Hunters are cushions.
They've got their man cave the minute you started paying for it.
Oh, exactly. Technically, I've built 2 man caves. But then also, you're like, then they'll end up getting angry because they're talking to their pals going, he's doing there in that fucking shed. He fucking loves it down there. And then they're angry because you're happy.
You're like, well, just leave me alone, man.
So, like, should they be up here for the 2 years arguing? Well, you know what I mean.
Aye. No, I don't. Did you sit here in silence or be doing there myself quite happy?
Then equally, what's things are going on in my head now. You build your man cave. Then the missus wants to come in and be part of the man cave. No, like, it's a man cave.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, what's missing? Some cushions. Shut it. Shut it. I'll be throwing down rug. Shut it. See that beer machine? Move that out of there and we'll get room for. No, this is how it's just like. Remember Homer Simpson when he designed the dream motor at the car out of business? That's what a man cave should be. Just whatever the fuck you want it to be.
But it should also be individual for that man. It's his cave.
It should man cave. Aye. It doesn't need a woman's touch.
What's the bucket for? Pissing in. That's disgusting. I don't ask you. I don't ask you about my. This is leave me alone.
Even you can piss in that and no tell us whether you want to fucking seat up or down. I don't care.
What's that the other night? She hands me the remote. She went, I can't find any to watch. Do you want to watch? Just you find something to watch. And I was like,
Babe Station.
I went to watch Top.
No, I says, I want to watch Top Gear. She went, you're not watching Top Gear. And then we went to watch something else. And I'm like, no, see if I had a fucking cave, I'd be in there like Top Gear.
No, you can't win, man.
Taps off, Top Gear on. Bring the piss bucket closer.
This is great, isn't it? Could do my shelf up there. Oh, for fuck's sake.
No, they just appear. You hear a wee chap at the door, like a wee knock, and then they're like, listen, I know you said no, but I've got you a leather and saddlewood candle because I thought it would bring a nice smell.
Get the fuck
out. I like the smell of farts and ball scratching.
I like this. No, I want this room to smell of farts and MDF. Now get the fuck out of here. Why is there sawdust on the floor? Get out of my house.
And you slam the door and your dartboard falls off the wall.
Aye, you're like, leave it.
Why can they not just leave you? Why is it because they don't want you to be happy?
Well, here it is. Anybody who's got a man cave, right, straight away they're in a relationship, right? Because no single guy in his own house goes, no, I'm going to build a fucking man cave. Because they've got a man cave.
Then
already,
it's not a man cave. It's not then a man cave. Then it's just you've built something at the bottom of the garden. It only becomes a man cave when you have to escape something.
Aye. It should be called the escape pod.
Escape room.
Aye.
The original escape room.
The real panic room.
Aye, it's like the woman's panic room is an actual panic room with TVs and a phone to the post. And a guy's panic room is just, you just open the door. Imagine that would be a good sketch. The guy just walks in and hold the door shut like that. Oh, and then just turns the football and pours the perfect pint, just sits.
Scuddy calendars all along the walls every year, fucking.
Mate, can you getting the the nuts and the port scratchings you get out the pub that you pull the packet off of, and then every time you pull one, it's like a wee bit of tit appears underneath the picture. There was, right? All that along the wall, all the calendars you get in a fucking mechanic's workshop. Massive telly. You're sitting there with a hard hat on that holds 2 fucking cans of lager and the wee straws going down. Just happy as Larry, just enjoying yourself.
It's fucking 2 bits of grease, like the Warrior thing, just under the eyes.
What are you doing? I'm watching the old firm game. They get the fuck out of here.
Do you think? What about fucking mad lesbians and like the homosexual brothers? What about them? Are they having man caves, but it's a wee bit more slightly done up?
No.
But also the butch woman lesbians just a tool shed.
Aye, but it's not the same. The butch woman lesbians would try and
tins of tuna open everywhere.
Exactly. That was a stray cat strike. They would build it because they think that's what a man would do.
Aye.
You know what I mean? So like, I'm a fucking bloke. You're not really hint. So
they would not in it.
Aye, do you know what I mean? All sorts. They would fuck it up because
you'd be like, here, lads, you want to come into my man cave?
You'd be like, and then you come in, you'd be like, it's just a little bit too well done.
Aye, the seats would have doilies on them.
That looks like fairy lights, and I'm sure that's a scented candle. No. And then our homosexual brothers, they're just quite happy in the house. They love a scatter cushion. They don't need the man cave.
Their man cave, they've kind of womaned their house anyway, so
they don't need
the escape hatch.
What the only person that needs the man cave is the oppressed, heterosexual, straight white male.
That's exactly. But no, I'm sure fucking, well, there you go. Would coloured brothers have fucking man caves?
I don't think so,
is it an oppressed white male fucking
I think so, because
thing?
A lot of oppressed white men in the west of Scotland, are afraid to hit their women, whereas our strong black brothers will take a hunt them, they bother.
Aye, and the women don't know how to grass them up because it's just the way it is.
Exactly. You don't talk to the post. I mean, whereas the Sandras are the one wouldn't think twice with picking the phone up.
Beautiful. I think we've just fucking actually broke down.
Mate, listen, the amount of money
we've got somewhere we've scraped above below the surface of these. As
a man himself who suffers from poor mental health, who has received counselling over the years, all through the NHS, years of medication. I believe I'd have been in a better position if I had went in to the first meeting, said to my doctor, I'm feeling suicidal. They had given me a 10 grand voucher for being Q and says, go and build a cave somewhere.
Build a man cave and your life will be so much better.
Mate, I mean, think about it. You've got a big shed.
Here, but you might still be sitting in that shed.
Oh, but I mean, would it be a better place? We could podcast for the shed. Imagine we had a shed each. Sitting there. Lazy boy. Big lazy boy. Massive telly. Fucking pulling a pint. Mate.
It'd knock about 2 years off your life, but it'd be brilliant. You just spend there fucking eating meat, drinking beer, podcasting.
See, that's the thing, because
podcasting and wanking.
A woman would be like, why don't we get the bigger one and we can put that in it and going,
listen, hen, the whole point is I should be able to touch every single wall so I can reach back and grab a packet of nuts. I can reach forward and turn the telly on off of the central command pod.
Stretch into a packet of Watsits.
That's it.
Yawn, stretch into a Scud mag.
Why are all your crisps sellotaped to the wall?
Don't ask questions if you don't want to know the answer.
Why have you got Velcro strips in the back of all your multi-packs? Shh.
I would love to build a pub. I'd love it.
Man cave pub or a real pub?
No, a man cave pub. But I'd have so I just have a big square room, right, or a big rectangle. I'd put a massive TV in one wall, right, and I'd have PlayStation. I'd have PlayStation, Xbox, and a classic N64. That's my games. Right. I've got a Nintendo as well, so I'd plug that in. I'd have a kind of couch system for friends to come over, but I'd have one kind of central command chair, like a big lazy boy or something that I sit in.
Just move it any place.
That's it, right? And then at the back, I've got a bar, but it's not just like a shelf. It's like an actual. I can go behind it. It's a bar. There's fridges, but I would want, like in the old days when they would have like the box of crisps. like 3 or 4 boxes of crisps, and you just reach in and get, I'd want that.
Aye.
Optics. I don't want a beer machine. I'd want an actual an arm that you need to pull it.
You know
I'd
what?
want
See
that.
these beer machines, but they're fucking actually really good.
Mate, they're dynamite, and I am honestly thinking about buying one, and I'll tell you for why. See, every day that passes, more and more alcohol becomes available for it. I
You
saw
get
what.
just about. I'm sure your ciders now. You'll get all your ciders
Oh,
on
mate,
it, no?
aye, that's what I'm talking about. Because I'm a cider man. I'm a cider man.
I
I
know.
watched a
I
video
think
the other
that's
day.
a bit gay, but I'll go with you on that.
Whoa. What?
I'm
what?
sorry. I've said it now.
Mate.
You drink cider.
What?
I think questions need to be asked. You're not a real man. But anyway, I know you're a real man, but I still question why you drink cider.
Mate, you say it one more time, I will fucking ride you.
I love it.
Listen, I saw you a bud, right? So I'm not questioning your sexuality, but you drink cider.
Mate, cider's delicious. Anyway, I watched a video the other day, and it was a boy reviewing one, right? Because apparently Morrison's are going to sell one for 150 quid, which isn't any cheaper than the Krups one. So what's the point in getting that? By the by, he did this kind of pan shot where he just showed you all the fucking beer that he's got. Mate, and it's like every kind of fucking beer you can imagine.
Yep.
He must have had about 30 different of these wee kind of keg things that fit inside it. And I was like, holy shit, I thought it was like fucking 4 or 5 beers. So now it
You
seems
can
like
change barrels and all that as well,
Aye,
can't you?
because
You
they're
don't need to
so
stick with
popular.
one.
Aye, every drinks company's bringing them out.
But
So
you know
I
what,
think-
as well? I looked into, even at the start of the last lockdown, I got a couple of this is what you want to be getting, right? For a couple of guys that I know. And I looked into it. Aye, there's the expense of buying a machine, 150 plus, whatever you want to go on it. Then there's buying the barrels, right? And at the time, I think it's still new. There's like 2 main machines, and they're kind of, you get that machine, you're tied into that sort of side of alcohols. And then if you want, say, like your fucking Moretti's or something like that, it's a certain other machine, and they've got a whole range of alcohol. No, I don't think you can get all drink for one machine. There's a
Right.
certain, there's a structure there. Now, the pints they pour are great, and it's all ice filtered, and I had one on Sunday at my mate's, big up to Double D. I had a pint of Corona for his machine, right? Now, I'm not a big fan of Corona, but it is a summer's drink. Someone's beating my face, and I drank it, and I just got that holiday feeling, like, this is fucking amazing. But the thing that stopped me getting it is, I know, if I had one in my house, I'm drinking a barrel. As soon as that's pumped in and I've had that first pint, I'm drinking that till it's finished. And I would drink even more.
There's only 4 pints in it.
Exactly. So
Hey,
4
what,
pints
mate?
a night.
Mate,
And then-
no, a night. If you're sitting in the house, you'd have 4 pints that weekend or a
Well, we
Friday
can
or
get-
Saturday night.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. It'd be Monday to Sunday, 24/7. I'd have pints in the afternoon, even more.
But do you know, Mal,
It's a
do you know
fucking
what?
belting day.
Who cares, man? Here's the thing, I know. Your wife's Italian, for fuck's sake. There'll be boys in right now as we speak in Italy having a fucking pint in the afternoon. Nobody
Aye,
cares.
but they can walk away after a
Nah,
pint.
but mate, we have just been through our fucking media and through our fucking absolute cunt of a fucking government have got this into our heads that everybody in this fucking country is a raging alky. All across Europe, bottles of wine every fucking day.
But that's a mentality that's been honed over centuries. In Scotland, we have been honed to fucking guzzle it down because the pubs are shutting at 11. That's where our drinking binge mentality came from. Pubs are shut at 10, 11.
Aye.
Smash
Mate,
it.
it used to shut even earlier than that. I know, but then, do you know what, mate? Fucking the the planet's going to be dead in 2050, right? Fucking life, enjoy it, man. Get a beer machine, have a pint during the day. You've earned it.
I never got a beer machine because I just thought it would. And even Maria said to me something along the lines of, "Do something and you can get as a wee reward to sell, get yourself one of the beer machines." And I said to her, "Brilliant, but no." And then also, there's a tight ass bit in me when you go, right, I can go to Morrison's or wherever fucking supermarket your choice and technically buy 12 Corona for $9.99 or 18 Corona for 12 quid or whatever.
Yep.
But to buy an 8-litre barrel is fucking 40 quid. And all I'm getting it as it's called. So I mean, there's a money thing there. You're spending even more money.
I think the things that's going to change is eventually you're going to get to the point where the new machines that come out do everything. So it doesn't matter. It's like when you buy, remember when the Nespresso pod coffee machines first came out? and everybody was going mad for them, but you could only buy their pods, and the pods were so expensive. And then, whereas now, you fucking go to Lidl and Aldi and you can buy 10 pods for £1 and they fit in it. Do you know what I mean? I think eventually we're going to get to that point where the machine itself is still, what, £200 plus, £250, but...
And it takes everything.
And it takes everything, and the booze will become cheaper because, mate, also, like, I mean, I'm not going to go back over stuff we've fucking spoke about before with the whole COVID situation, but people are sick of paying stupid money for booze because we all know how much it costs to make. It fucking starts as water, and water is free. So, like you're saying, don't charge me £40 for a fucking 8-litre barrel.
But yeah, it's a trendy thing today. So we'll spend a lot of money for the machine and then a lot of money for the drink, essentially paying more for alcohol.
I know, but what
more
I mean
taxes
is, like,
getting paid.
Yeah, but
we're still boozing.
The big companies. So I'm trying to think of like a big drinks company. Diageo, for example, who owns like Guinness and fucking
Chivas,
right? Chivas, mate, whatever one it is, or even fucking Tenants, right? If you are, for example, I'm Tenants and I'm charging you £40 for an 8-litre barrel, right? And then I get some independent hipster, Camper Van Brewery, around the corner from my house. They bring out one that's £35, right? I'm new Tenants. I'm making millions of profit after it anyway. I'm going to go, right, fuck it. Do you know what? It's new £25. Probably more competition will bring the prices down rather than up because they want you. They want you drinking the booze.
So maybe what you're saying is we hold off another couple of months
and then
see where it goes.
Bye.
Mate, do you know what? Christmas, it's going to everything. Christmas time, they'll fucking take a massive ditch in price.
Yeah. Well, once we get our shit together and we actually finish this house and I build the kitchen, I might just get a wee beer machine in the kitchen.
Mate, you need. Can you imagine if you woke up on Sunday and you're like, what's that smell? And you came downstairs and your Wednesday made you a tomahawk steak for your breakfast and they had a beer machine wrapped up. How could they not have done that for you? The best dad in the world.
I know.
You would have cried a wee single tear.
I would have.
And then you would have woke up for that dream and went, oh, fuck it.
I know.
I'm paying for dinner. Was it like, okay?
I never got a card. I never got a present.
Just think, see the money you spent on dinner for yourself on Father's Day, you could have bought a beer machine.
You're very correct there, Mr. Gibson. No, there it is. That's a clinker. That's a clinker.
You could have told Davey fucking buy their own dinner and bought yourself a beer machine.
But a beer machine doesn't put smiles on my face. But
actually it does.
I stand corrected. You've got a higher power every minute, every hour. You got me farting in the shower. Sing it.
In my cave, pulling pints on my beer machine. I've wanted one for a long time, but I gotta feed my family. Now I escape my family in my cave. They don't come in. I hate my wife, but hey, I can't kill myself yet.
Choose a child or a beer machine. Choose a child or a beer machine. What you mean? What you mean? Choose a child or a beer machine. I choose a child. No. What do you mean? I choose a beer machine. Yeah. Come on. I choose a beer machine. Fucking hell, man. Hey, listen. 100 things to talk about on this fucking episode. We'll not mention you're a council listener. You're skiving too long. Become a Patreon.
I already feel as though we've given the scumbags too much already. I feel as if this has been too good an episode already for the scum.
Do we cut it or do we keep going? Because we've got the football to talk about. One in Scotland. We have got big news on the live show to announce, and we've also got your time traveller guy to talk about.
Mate, I've also got something else for you to talk about. I mean, we can just keep going. We can keep going and going. We can just cut an hour because the scum only get an hour. We can give the rest of the heroes.
Let's tell them this, but
all right, carry on.
We are putting together now. We're still in these fucking trying times. But we've decided to do another live recording, and we have 100 tickets up for sale. By the time you listen to this podcast, they're on sale when, Scott?
Friday. They're going on sale tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning.
8:08 a.m. Tickets go on sale. Another live recording in August. Go to the hashtagshow.co.uk for tickets, or you'll find them on C-Tickets. But they go on sale Friday, so tomorrow. 8:08 a.m. and there's only 100 tickets. That's it. There's 100 tickets. Regardless of the situation with lockdown or restrictions, 100 tickets because we are back in the small room the way we used to do recordings. So 100.
And if social distance dictates, we'll be upstairs, but it's 100 capped to 100.
Aye.
They go and sale to the heroes first, as always.
Yep.
So if you're a council listener and you want a ticket for that live show, and we done Saturday, Sunday, we want to split it because of the numbers. And if you were there on the Saturday, you will know the crazy energy that was there. Yeah, Sunday was good as well, but Saturday was next level madness.
Yep.
We're going to do that again. Yeah, we're going to recapture that energy. We're going to record another live episode. And if you're wondering where is the live episode you guys recorded, they themselves will be releasing one. We could even probably release one this week.
Well, we'll do that
soon
next
on
week,
the Hero
actually.
channel.
Next week on the yes, and that'll be the start of July on the Patreon. So if you want a chance to get those tickets, you can become a hero at the go to the hashtagshow.co.uk for the links, or go to patreon.com/the#show. If you go to the website, you'll also see a tab on the website for heroes. You'll see some new changes to the website as well. There are some interesting things happening as well if you are a hero for the website. So stay tuned for that. All of this coming in July, which is only a week away. God damn it!
Wait, I mean, let's not mess about here. Let's not mess about. It's only a few days away.
Right, I've got a big announcement for you.
You are gay.
No, but
lesbian. You're a lesbian.
I'm slightly upset that I didn't even know about this. But you know, the way the world is, it's crazy, right? I love strong men. Strong men, right? You know, world's strongest man.
I like where this is going.
Right? I love it.
Okay.
Love it. I stumbled across it when I was young, and I thought, good Lord, love it, right?
And if you could only find a strong man to give you a bagpipe blowjob.
Well, here's the thing, mate. They just had the 2021 World Strongman Finals.
Yes.
And there is a new World's Strongest Man, right? And his name is Tom Stoltman, a.k.a. the Albatross. And
I love it, the Albatross.
From Invergordon in Scotland. The new World's Strongest Man is a Scotsman.
Say what?
And do you want to know even better than that? He's a mad Rangers supporter. He's absolutely Rangers daft. His name is Tom Stoltman.
I just bench press Prodies, eh?
Tom Stoltman. Wait, I wonder if you can see that on the camera. There's one of his.
Beautiful. Has he got a mask on there, Scott? Has he got a mask on?
No, he's got like mad sunglasses, but he's also got his Union Jack bungee pants on. Right.
Amazing.
So that's him. Tom Stoltman, officially the world's strongest man from Invergordon, eh?
He doesn't actually look that big. I mean, I think world's strongest man. I think Big Daddy, Giant Haystacks. He just looks like a fucking normal guy with a good bit of weightlifting on him.
But that's what you want for strong men. You want to be like the ones that look like they've just got a massive beer gut, but then they go and fucking lift too many metros.
Well, that's exactly what I want a guy who looks like a 70s wrestler with a drinking problem.
I'm trying to find a better. I'm trying to look at his pictures now. He's a fucking big unit, man. He's a big boy. But world's strongest man. How cool is that the world's strongest man, Scottish, first ever Scottish world strongman?
I thought we'd won it before.
No, Britain's won it loads of times.
Is that did they do things like pull an aeroplane and all that? Or what is it? Is it a serious one?
No, this is a serious one, mate. This is like the real strongman. This is the one where they do like the Atlas balls and they fucking do all the toss the kegs and all sorts, man. It's fucking nuts. But he's won it, mate. He's the world's strongest man as a Scotsman.
Well, saying that he's a mad Rangers supporter, straight away he's lost fucking half his fans.
I know, but I mean, I don't think he cares.
He wants to maybe get dreadlocks like Larson and just welcome everybody into the fold. Say DeCanio was his favourite player for the Celtic.
I can always remember watching it when I was young, right? And I think it was a South African boy, or they were in South Africa. No, because it was South like a Scandinavian guy. I think he was Finnish. No, I was young, man. I was maybe like 8-year-old, right? And I remember it was when I first had a TV in my bedroom. And remember like when Channel 5 or Channel 4 maybe had like all these mad fucking sports shows. They had like Football Italia and Trans World Sports and all this, when you just see like mental sport like handball and just mad shit for in the world. So there was a segment on World Strongman. I was like, oh my God, what is this? And it was a boy.
Do you genuinely just enjoy watching these guys, athletes, day hangs, or is it? Are you perfing or a fucking sexy body?
I just like it because, like, so I'll tell you, it was a train carriage, right? And he fucking digs his heels into like the sleepers, and then just picks up the rope. And I was like, no way, man. My wee 8-year-old mind's like, that's mind blowing. And he just starts and just starts pulling a train carriage. And as he's pulling it, people are jumping on the train, right? So it's getting heavy, and these last people pulling it towards. I'm like, what the fuck? And then there's one that's like keg. So they pick up this bar, and you walk around in a circle with it. And every revolution, they drop another keg in, so it's getting heavier and heavier, right? But I loved it because this is when I was playing rugby. So I used to go to the gym, and I would see guys in the gym who look like guys now, where it's like, you're meant to have a six-pack and be all ripped and cut, and fucking birds like, oh my God, look at his body. And I'm going, that's just show. That's all aesthetics. Like, you can train your body to have, you can train to have a six-pack, you can train to have like definition, but you'll not be strong. And then you get these strong men who look like a bag of shit. Like, they look like they're a darts player, but they can lift fucking half a ton without even breaking a sweat.
Because they're training and doing the sports kind of thing. No, just like,
no, because
I'm going to get a six-pack and pump hundreds of birds at the weekend.
It's like, I remember,
I'm going to fucking do that.
See, there's a couple of things I regret in my life, but I do regret not taking rugby a bit more serious. And I think it's because at that time when I was young, I never had anybody to look up to or anybody to kind of tell me, you could probably make a career at it. But I used to go to the gym. I've told you this before, and one of the guys who was in the first team helped train me. And I always remember when I was first doing weightlifting, I was looking at this guy and I was like, what is he doing? And the boy who I was with went like, he's fucking wasting his time. And I was like, but he looks pure like an Adonis, man. And he's like, and it always stuck to me. He says, you can do things differently. Either you lift very lightweight a lot of times, which gives you definition. So if you want your wee pecs and your wee fucking poppy muscles, you lift lightweight hundreds of times. But if you want to be strong as fuck, you lift heavyweight little times. So you fucking pack it on and you do like 3 or 4 reps, and then you'll be a fucking machine, man. Or you can just do up here.
Aye.
So you can stand in front of the mirror.
I didn't any of that because I just think to myself, I'm going to put my back out. I'm going to hurt myself. So what's the fucking point?
I'm not saying you need, but what I mean is, like, if you went to yourself, right, I want to be, I want to go to the gym, you probably make a decision going, what do you want to do? Do you want to, do you want to go for physics? It's like when we used to go to the gym and you do like the induction thing, and the trainer will say to you, what are you looking for? And you'll be like, so you want to lose weight, or you want to? I'm like, I says, mate, I want to be able to lift very heavy things. That's it.
I'm just here to watch the lasses work out. So just point me at the machine at the back.
That's
hopefully a cycle machine that hides my boner.
That's your problem, Mallorca. That's your problem, mate. That's why you'll never.
I would love to fucking pull a plane. I'd love it, man. I'd love to be able just to fucking strap in that harness. And can you imagine what that must
just
feel
to get a shot, just to get a track? I think you'd be in a good position to be able to do that.
I've see, because of my frame, because I've always been a fucking big boy, mate. Even though I've lost a lot of the strength I had, these fucking shoulders and these legs. See if you put my legs on like a fucking Kenyan runner, mate, the cunt could run fucking 300 miles without stopping. My legs are ridiculous, man.
How do you know just do things like get a big rope, right? And like the next time you're all out, like just get a pile of folk that you know, hold on to that rope and then just drag them across the garden or something.
A boy I used to work with was mad into the weightlifting, right? Because he couldn't afford a divorce. I remember saying, I was like, why did you start going to the gym? He's like, I couldn't afford a divorce.
So he's just done the weightlifting to get rid of that aggression.
He says when he met her, he had nothing, and then he worked hard and like built his own business and was worth loads. And he went like, so be fucked if I'm getting her, and so waited for her to leave. So he just would go to the gym every single night, keep up your bodybuilder. But he wanted to buy an old warehouse in Glasgow because it had train tracks in it, and he wanted to turn it into a bodybuilding gym. He was going to put a carriage in it so you could pull the train and do all the stuff, but ended up no working out. So
Again, the crack.
You getting in the fucking gear, man. But mate, I've told you the
Started
story
smoking a
before
pipe,
about
man.
the boy who I worked with, who was like a fucking big rugby player, bodybuilder who moved the Mini. Didn't I have told you that story? That's how he got his wife. Because he was like a big farmer, right? A big ginger fucking, oh yeah, square boy, yeah. Big massive guy. And his wife was this wee tiny fucking blonde thing. I remember first time I met her, I was like, what the fuck's going here?
Yeah,
And he
he's
told me,
thrown her a bit.
went on the first date, went to the cinema, right? And he's driving up in his car, and there's a Mini parked just too far to one side so he couldn't get in. And she went, oh, you'll never get in anyway. I don't worry. Handbrake on, get out the motor, went to the back of the Mini and picked it up and bumped the Mini over like that. Just picked the car up and moved it over and then drove his car in. And he says, I never looked at her, never said it. And I went, right. And he says, but I knew. He's like, that was it, man.
I'm riding the night.
She's like, I mean,
Whether
if you could do that to a motor,
I'm not saying no to him. They'll fucking. Well,
gonna-
this is the thing.
he's going to rip my arse cheeks off.
Displaying a bit fucking brute force like that, there's two things to a woman. They go, wow, he's a strong man, or wow, if I say no to him, I've not got an option here.
No,
So
I don't,
either
I
way,
think
he's winning. Either way, he's winning.
I think she just went, in the name of Valhalla.
Psychologically, she
Get a
does
Viking
know she's
blood.
fucked.
But think how, I mean,
Literally and mentally.
think how cool that would be if you just go at your mates, hold on, and just pick up a car, just move a car.
Move a car. For me, in my film version of that, it'd be even better if he's doing that in the back of his seat. There's maybe some big rising up to the, or some big fucking Rocky thing.
Jesus loves
so
you.
Like, not even looking at it, maybe his shirt rips off. No, he takes his good shirt off because he doesn't want to do it. It's just Jesus is down there. Yes. And he's just fucking moving it here. And then two wee nails just come out with the back, bottle him out the back of the head. That's my fucking motor, you fucking prick. Bosh. He's doing the stabbing him and everything. And then they just look in the motor and they're like that. Shh, to her. And they drive away in a wee Mini. I don't know why they'd be driving the Mini, but
No, mate, I think he could take a stab and survive it.
Aye,
I
but
also
then
think if I was to do that, I'd bend down, I'd grab the bumper and I'd go like that and then I'd just shit myself.
rip it. Or
Just a
you'd
big
rip the
fart.
bumper clean off. You're like, oops.
Like we've all done it. Like you've all push started a motor or something. Like that. I remember once giving somebody a push start, and I'm like, right, ready, right, and I'm like, put it in the fucking first gear or second gear, right? Put it in second gear, and we'll get it going. And just pure like fucking. But in my head, going. I mean, I'm not saying I'm a pure strong man, but I'm strong enough to push this fucking motor. And they kind of the handbrake on. That's like, fuck's sake, mate. And then see when they took the handbrake off, because all my energy had went in that first push. I could hardly get the fucking thing going. I was like, fuck's sake. I was like, come on. I'm going, there's no way. How can this car be so heavy?
Have you ever done the one you're pushing the motor and you go, right, jump it, and they put it in the first and you fucking headbutt the boot?
But we've all done that to our mates as well. Or
you wait for the next guy. Yes, here we go, man.
Or you put your foot on the brake and then he fucking hit off the back of the window and you're like, fuck off, man. I've done that before on my mate when we were going on holiday and the car fucking had to get a jump start. And we're going to go to Braehead to pick up money last minute. So I pushed it. And he gets in his second gear, it does that whole... And I'm like, fucking go. Then he just blazes off and just left me in the middle of everything. I'm like, you need to come back. I had to jump the bus to Braehead. I was like, you better fucking turn back round, you dick. He's like, I don't want to start the motor. I was like, you just don't need to turn the engine off.
Fucking rev it, you cunt.
Oh, there's nothing better when you've got a couple of mates helping you do stuff like that and you just fucking mess with them. That jumping on the brake so people smash their head out the window is an absolute fucking belter.
But even when you're just doing it and when you're no wise to it, I mean, you know that it goes into gear, you're going to get that fucking mad jump. That's when you just put them flat. You're fucking hell, man. But then you wait for the next time, knowing somebody's going to do it.
I done that once and I was getting a tow, and I says to my mate, I was like, just take the tension, right? Just go really, really slowly. Don't worry about other cars. Just take attention. And of course, he just puts it in the first gear, just shoots off, and then just rips the fucking front of the motor clean off. Because I says to him, he's like, do you want to? I went, no, we're towing his car. I was like, you drive my car, and I'll steer yours because I'm no the one that's going to get shouted at if something goes wrong. So you can fucking tow it. And he just set off, man. I was like, and I'm going, what is he doing then? Just fucking ripped the whole bumper off the motor.
My motor, I had a fucking one of these people cut. No, like a 4x4 kind of, I fuck knows what it was. Can't even, is it an SUV they call it or something like that? And that broke down. And my mate came and gave us a fucking tow. And I hadn't done the towing in absolutely ages.
I know.
And it was like every time we'd get up and running or go to a runabout, I'd snap the tow bar because I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Oh.
And we snapped it in a runabout in Paisley, just at Linwood. And he was fucking, like beyond raging. He was gone. If he wasn't a mate, he was lean. He would just go, fuck you. But he was sticking in there because like that's what mates do, right? And I'm fucking raging and all. Try to tie the tow bar again just to get it back up. Motors driving in. Guys like that. Oh my man, ultrasonic, my man. No, man, no. Hey boys, my Ferrari's in the garage, man. Fucking raging, man. I had to do a wee wave, but I was like, you fucking whores. All right, mate.
There's nothing better than see when you're towing somebody, they just fucking they don't realise that they've got to steer as well. I remember towing something and just thought they get towed. I'm like, you need to steer and you need to brake. I'm coming in a corner and I just see them rearview mirror and the motor's fucking going right out like that. I'm going, you fucking stay there. I done that once with Big Gary. Big Gary phoned me. He's like, you need to come help me. My motor's broke down. I was like, on my way. Turned up a wee mini metro, towing one of his fucking estates up to his house. And I took the wrong turn and took us on the motorway. Took us on the motorway and he's in the, I can see him in the mirror going, fucking, I'm like, I mean, I'm trying my best here. He's phoning me as I'm told. I went, so I fucking, the first time he phoned, I hung up, right? And I can see him in the mirror, fuck.
You just imagine raged. I can imagine him.
So then I picked up the second time.
Fucking dead,
that's it. We're not on the motorway. I was like, Gary, we're on the motorway now. Where'd I go?
Even though you're on the motorway, he'll be fucking, we're on the fucking motorway.
He was fucking raging, man. He was more raging because I hung up the first time. I can just see when the mirror pure fucking bright red, like burst out flames. He's like, get fucking off the next exit, get fucking off. Oh man,
that's what you get for not calling me, you cunt.
Good times, man. Right, are we going to talk? I don't even know how long we've been going for.
Well, listen, I've just got a text in that you want to hear this, and it'll lead us on to our next subject.
Okay.
This is from the Scottish national team. We can inform that Billy Gilmour has tested positive for COVID-19.
You're joking.
Having liaised with Public Health England, Billy will now self-isolate for 10 days and therefore miss tomorrow's UEFA Euro 2020 Group D match against Croatia at Hampden.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
And he was fucking tremendous on the fucking England game. So let's talk about that. But there is a kick in the balls in it.
It's just Scottish luck, man, isn't it? It's just fucking Scottish luck.
Right, let's be fair, right? That's a 20-year-old boy, isn't it? Now I'm kind of learning a wee bit because I was really enjoying the fit with there, right?
Right.
Andy Svidrussin, got to say, Ayrshire finest, lovely. Fucking that just put a smile bigger in my face. He was a brilliant player, but I was that impressed with Scotland's performance against England that I don't. Yes, it's a chink in the armour, but it's no that bad because I was so impressed with Scotland's performance, particularly in the defence. Right, and the only chink in the armour I thought, as I just felt we could be doing with some better strikers because we
need. If we had somebody that could put the fucking ball in the net, we'd be dangerous. Shea Adams, I mean, the amount of chances he had, that one when the ball came out in the right and he fucking, I don't know how he hit that. I mean, and Lynn Dyke, I mean, it's just. Here's what I'll say about Billy Gilmour. Right, I thought he was absolutely amazing. But I don't like McTominay playing at centre half. I think he's far better in the centre. I think he'll give you a defensive display fine. So I'd have him again in the centre. See when Stuart Armstrong came on, I think Stuart Armstrong's a great player. And I think that he can hit a shot as well. Great with free kicks. So I would love to see Billy Gilmour playing. But if I'd rather have start with Stuart Armstrong in there and give us a more attacking option. Maybe put him up front. Maybe play like 3 across behind a striker. But Steve Clark's always going to play 2 up front. But like you're saying, mate, see if we just had one person that was a striker. It's also mad to think of every single league that exists on the planet, there isn't one decent Scottish striker.
mean, they're no bad, but there's too many chances that appeared now that they should have fucking put at least one of them away, man.
Exactly.
Like,
I mean, my worry is we're going to finish this tournament and not scored a single goal.
Well, here again as well, we're also lucky as fuck for the amount of times England, again, just missed or hit a fucking post or whatever.
I know. But then, mate, all this talk, months before the tournament started, England are going to win it, it's coming home. And I know they do this every single tournament, but if England are that fucking good, they should have blown us away. And they didn't, because we were fucking brilliant.
We were fucking solid, man.
See Hanley in defence, man. Fuck me.
Amazing.
What a game he had. They were
That's
great.
probably the best Scottish defence I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Aye. And the passing, there was some of the things we were passing. I was like, what? I remember sitting going, what am I watching, man? This is fucking brilliant.
I'll be honest with you, a couple of times I started getting frustrated when they were passing it back. Then I thought to myself, no, they're fucking dictating the tempo here. They're
as long as you got the ball.
Aye, and then I relaxed after that, and I was going like, that's fucking amazing, man.
But also, mate, we just don't have any option up front. We just don't have any.
Well, that's it. That's probably how they were passing back. They're like, let's hold them for a draw because these fannies up the front on the score.
And I know that people will say things like, you know, it's difficult at international level. And it is difficult at international level. Of course it is. There's no shit teams in the world anymore. But the difference is at international level, you'll maybe get 3 chances if you're very lucky. But you have to convert one of those chances.
Of course.
Like you have to. It's not like club football where you'll get, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 chance a game. And, you know, if you convert 2 or, you know, you get a 30% conversion, you're a decent striker. That's why elite strikers are so much money. If you get a chance, you've got to got to score. Both of them, Dykes and Shea, like you've got to score that. And if you can or you don't, I would go with something else because they've had two chances now, and I think both of them have missed sitters in both games.
Where you know like any other club, but the majority of other clubs in that league, if their strikers had that chance, that would have been in.
Aye.
But there again, no. When it went and interviewed the Scotland manager, I actually quite liked his fucking. I don't know if you've seen it. He basically just said they played. You know, I believe in this team. They're a brilliant team. I feel that I'm proud of them as I was the last game. They get a wee bit got it tight in the media, all that kind of stuff. He really defended his team, and it was good to fucking see that. You know, like,
I think Steve Clark's a fucking tremendous manager. I think he's absolutely a tremendous manager. My thing is, I would love us to go to the groups. I would fucking love it. Just to play another game beyond the groups. I would fucking love it. And so I think that would be Croatia. We need to beat Croatia. We need to beat them. But this is the good thing now. Is like there's no any other option. A draw does nothing. A draw does nothing. Right. So we might as well go. Mate, I would rather we go there and lose fucking 4-2, 5-2. I'd rather that than we draw 0-0 again. We've got to go for it because only a win gets us through, or a chance of getting through. A draw does nothing, and a loss is obviously fucked. So you have to go for it. You might as well be a bit more attack minded and just fucking go for it. But
England was the most difficult game of our group, and we held well. So you're hoping.
I know, but then our problem is in the past, mate, is we always play as well as our opposition. So if we are playing England, we'll always play good. If we're playing Brazil, Italy, France, we'll give them a great game, but we'll get beat. And if we play like the Faroe Islands or fucking, Luxembourg, we'll play as good as them, which will be shit. We always just mirror our opponents. We just don't have that killer instinct. We just don't have. Look at Wales, man. Fucking Wales are through. See if we had like a Gareth Bale or one person who's just a fucking great striker. Like Lee Griffiths, man. I think Lee Griffiths is a fucking great striker. But he's injured, so he's not there. If we just had one person up front that could that when they get on the ball, there's a chance they're going to score. Whereas right now, every time it goes up to our forwards, I just think, well, they're going to miss it. I don't even believe they can score.
I get here when I missed the fucking Italy game last night, and I was raging, and I couldn't even see the highlights or fucking flick to somewhere that it was on. I actually thought it was on at 8 o'clock. I know. And then I have to wait till the night to watch the highlights. Where's the best way to watch the highlights of a game like instantly? Just on YouTube or fucking...
I don't know, mate. Probably.
It's fucking raging, man. I mean, here's... I'm super excited. I want Scotland to fucking pump the cunts.
Oh, I know. My thing, mate, I just hope this is the start of us qualifying now. Yeah. That's it. I want us to qualify. I want us to be like, I don't want us to, after this tournament, it's another 20 years. I want us to, and I would accept that. I would accept us going out in the groups if we qualify for the World Cup. We qualify for the next year's, and we go on a wee run of maybe like 7, 8, 9, 10 tournaments where we're always qualifying, and then over the next 3, 4 qualifications we start to build and get a bit better.
Here's a question for you: they're holding on to a Euro 2020, right? Is that because there'll be a Euro 2022, so effectively there'll be a Euro next year?
No, a World Cup next year. There's a World Cup next year. So
I
this
thought
was meant
Euros every 2 years.
every 4 years.
No, World Cup's every 4 years.
Same with the Euros, but every
Is it?
2 years you have a tournament.
Ah, fuck right. Here's
So
me getting all excited.
we are 2020, but obviously because the COVID never happened. So that means 2021 should be a year off. 2022 is a World Cup. 23 is a year off. 24 is a Euro. 25 is a year off. 26 a World Cup. So it goes like
Have we
that.
qualified for the World Cup? Oh, fuck.
I don't know. I think we have. No, we qualified for the Euros. We're still in. We're still playing World Cup qualifiers now, I think.
Aye, like you're saying, maybe it is. If you take it like 23 years for our last tournament, maybe this is just a hopefully we don't all switch off going too negative if we don't get through this group, and we go here's to the World Cup, here's to the next Euro, and like you're saying, we're building on that.
Yep.
And in our day, Scott, we might see the Scotland win the fucking Euro or the World Cup.
Mate, I don't. Right, here we go. Where are the groups for Group A?
Could you imagine if Scotland won the Euro or the World Cup?
Mate, it'd be insane. Oh, right, we're in Group F for the World Cup. We are currently second. We are with 5 points. Denmark are top of the group with 9. We are in second with 5. Then it's Israel in third with 4. Austria in fourth with 4. Faroe Islands and Moldova with 1 each. So we're not in a great position, but we're sitting all right.
Right, we're not out. We're still in with a chance.
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams in the group, which means we would play 5 games. So we get 2 games left to play. So we really need to win our next 2 games. And I don't know when the
to qualify.
To qualify, aye. I would imagine 2 from that group go through, or is it 1?
And again, after the Euros, just the way that the team's fucking playing it, you're thinking, like you're saying, we're on the right path to qualify.
You would hope so.
I'm not any pundit, or I don't know the names. I don't know who they play for.
Fucking ball in the net.
Aye. That is my frustration. Just fucking geese a cut of straight. I mean, I don't know if these boys are, I don't want any listeners to go, it's just because he plays for the Celtic or whatever. I don't know who the fuck these players are or who they play for. All right, they might have an Irish sounding game. Chances are they're a Celtic boy or whatever. I don't really care, but, I'm just looking at it as a brilliant team. I
am a big fan of Lee Griffiths. I always have been. I think he's great. I think he's a great striker. And I know he's had his problems off the field and his problems with fitness, but I think if we can get him fit and get him back, I think that's a good option up front because I just think he's just a natural striker. And again, I don't know if people don't like him. I don't really care if you don't like him. I don't care if you hate somebody. If he's going to fucking score for Scotland,
it's what they do on the pitch, innit? That's it. I mean, even all the folk that go, and they start arguing about the team and all that because there's maybe too many Rangers players or too many Celtic players. I think they folk are fucking nuts. I think you should just fucking enjoy the game. And I do believe, when you see scenes like the fucking fan zone in Glasgow Green, just cunts gone fucking mental. It's no, for once in our fucking embarrassing history, it's no about Rangers and Celtic, Catholic, Protestant. It's just about every cunt supporting the nation.
Yep.
And I think you need to take a wee minute of your day and go, that's fucking brilliant, man. And then you always get the retard go, but he's a fucking... Shut up, mate. It's just beautiful to see every cunt supporting the nation.
I mean, it does help that we've got a lot of players playing in England now. Do you mean that does help?
Aye.
So you've got guys who are playing elite football week in, week out.
Who are used to world fucking class football and playing in world class leagues.
Also training every day with elite players. So you get, all right, McGinn's at Villa, right? But you've still got some great players at Villa. He's playing week in, week out in the Premiership. Billy Gilmore's at Chelsea. He's not playing for the first team, but man, that might change over the next couple of years, especially with that performance. McTominay's at Man United playing European football.
Somebody said, one of the commentators said that fucking Brazil was sniffing about him after his performance there.
Brazil?
Brazil were sniffing about him.
What do you mean? What, the national team?
Aye.
How? What is he going to go and play for Brazil?
Mate, apparently Brazil have been asking about him.
Nah.
Yeah, they're here first. I sound like a pundit.
He's fucking Scottish, mate.
Mate, if they've not got a fucking Blue Lagoon in Brazil, he's not gone.
Exactly, mate.
That's how the cunts get COVID, man. He was up the fucking mate's house, mad mate, playing the PlayStation.
I just hope one, I hope we score against Croatia. I just hope we win it. Do you know what? I really just hope we win one game. But like we said, I hope we go on and we qualify for more tournaments. I hope this is a start. I hope this is the start of, you know, us having a few tournaments, but we can celebrate and watch Scotland in it.
I get behind as a nation. I mean, see, just playing England, who, let's fucking be honest, England are a fucking great team. And I respect the English team because I know that annoying English fucking Lineker fucking...
Aye, because mate, the problem is every year that goes on, that old English media, they fucking die off, and it's getting a bit better. Because mate, I watched a thing the other day, and they're interviewing the boys, the England guys,
really grounded and
they're
cool,
top players. About, I mean, they're not fucking cunts anyway, but they're talking about Euro '96, and the first thing they're saying is, I wasn't even born. Like I wasn't born then. And then they're talking to Phil Foden. He's going, I remember my dad talking about this game, and you can see the guy going, you should know this 96. You should know your history. And the guy's like, it's a different generation, so it's no. Yeah. But there was an interesting talk on TalkSport maybe about 2 weeks ago. And I don't know if I mentioned this to you, and it's talking about. They were talking about the difference between the 1990 World Cup England team and the 1996 Euros team and the teams now, because apparently in 1990 they were all fighting each other. In 1996 they were all fighting each other, and like when they would turn up for England camps, Man United players wouldn't talk to Liverpool players, Chelsea players wouldn't talk to Man United players, and they would all be separate, right? And the guy saying now there's this huge harmony in the team, everybody's pals, and the guy who was on the discussion was saying that's because they're all multi-millionaires. Every single one of them is on a level playing field.
Sorted.
He says in 1990, there was a difference of £100,000 on salary. Some players were walking in getting 50, 60 grand a week. Some players were getting £1,500 a week because football was changing. There was such a vast difference. Whereas every one of those guys in that squad is a multi-millionaire. So there's no difference. You know, they're not competing with each other on that level. There's no the haves and have-nots. They're all the exact same. They're all very wealthy men.
Aye, there's no divide as in.
So there's nothing for
they can equally get what each other's got. There's no.
And also,
a wee bit media attention on certain players against that because a wee bit of friction. But
their mentality's changed as well. Whereas now it's like, I can even remember when I was younger and you think, fuck, that guy has gone his whole career and never won a trophy. What he must feel as if his career is a complete waste. It doesn't feel as if there's that pressure on him anymore. It doesn't feel as if a player gets to the end of his career and go, what did you win? I didn't win anything. My career's been a failure. They go, what did you win? I didn't win anything, but I got 180 grand a week. Do you mean there doesn't seem as if there's that same desire as there was in the early 90s? But I still think every one of the England guys are a fucking prick when they play for England, and I hope they get pumped, and I hope they don't go to the group because they're fucking bastards.
Nah, I quite like. I mean, I was joking on that, but even at that last World Cup, when so the young England teams were getting interviewed, I thought I like the fucking attitude there, man, because it's not the fucking 66 part.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it, so I'm not going to fucking support them in the Euro, but. Obviously, I want Scotland to fucking do well, obviously, but I've got a lot of respect for the English squad.
I'd love it if we went through a neg. I mean, I don't think that's possible, but
I said, right, so watching the Scotland-England game, right, I was getting fucking animated and excited and genuinely really excited. And I said, if Scotland put a fucking goal in here and beat England, mate, I think I'll be close to tears.
Mate,
and they went, what do you mean you'll be greeting for? So if I became, I went, no.
You don't understand.
You don't understand.
You don't understand. You weren't there. You weren't there in France. You weren't there when that ball hit a fucking Tom Boyd's fat tits and then they scored. You weren't there. John Collins' penalty against Brazil. It's not against Brazil, man, fucking. Yeah, mate, I've just got the.
Why does this game mean so much to you? You ever heard of Highland clearances?
Aye.
Have you?
They bastards.
You're fucking Italian.
Told you you're going to put sheep in there. Yeah, fucking little cunt. I've got the fixtures here. Wednesday, the 1st of September. Scotland are away to Denmark for the World Cup qualifiers. That's a must-win game. 1st of September. What day is that? It's a Wednesday.
Who do you fancy to win the Euro?
I'm
going to say it, Italy.
Mate, France are playing real well, but I hate France. There's too many players in the France team that I fucking can't stand. So I don't want them to win, but I've got a fear that they might.
I thought Portugal were looking good, and then I've watched them the last couple of games and just thought...
No, they get pumped 4-2 off Germany. Germany have kind of came on again. They had a really poor first game, and then they've kind of came... But mate, Scotland's going to win it. We're just going to fucking keep grinding.
Of course. Other than Scotland. Here, did you see that? Ronaldo scored a goal, right? And he done this mad wink to the camera, and he looked like a fucking robot. Do you know Ronaldo's face? He's either plastic surgery or something. He's got a weird looking fucking face. It's like a rubber fucking... He done this mad. And I thought... That's not right, mate.
He's just unreal, man. He's unreal. But think of all the shit that he's taking in his body. Like, he'll be taking the human growth shit and the fucking, what's that, the stem cell stuff. He'll be taking all sorts, man.
You think so? He'd be spending mega money. I don't think he's like pumping the roids into him and all that. I don't mean that. No, it's
I was watching a fucking cooking program and they had some mad American DJ on it, right? And I say DJ, he's not a real DJ. He's like fucking one of these guys that presses a button, but he's a multi-fucking billionaire, right? It's like that Martin Garrix, one of the fuckers, right? And the guy's in cooking stuff in his fucking kitchen. He's going through his fridge to try and find things, and he brings it this wee pot that looks like, you know, when you go to Five Guys and you can fill the wee pot of tomato sauce, those wee paper cups. It's one of them. And he goes like, "What's this?" And he goes to smell it. And he goes, "Doesn't he smell of that? What is it?" And he says it's fucking HGH, it's some like human growth hormone. He's like, "What?" He says, "I take that every day. I put it inside I have a smoothie for my breakfast, and I put that in my smoothie. It helps fucking like rebuild your body, and it helps you with fucking all sorts of mad shit." And I'm like, and this is just a normal guy. Well, not a normal guy, but this is just a rich guy who's taking this stuff. So imagine what elite players like Ronaldo are doing.
Aye.
Well, sure, Rio Ferdinand used to, but he was the first one at United to have a private chef. They all used to fucking bam him up when he was like 19 at United, and he would take his money, and apparently the club sorts out all their finances. So like, if you've got a mortgage or you get bills, whatever, the club pays everything and then gives you the money that's left over. So you don't need to worry about dealing with all your bills. And somebody had said that there was like fucking thousands of pounds going out to this guy, and they're like, "Who the fuck's this?" And he's like, I've got a chef," and they were all winding him up because he's like, "Well, you know."
But that's and you got to feed the machine, right, man?
Exactly, mate. Exactly.
When you look at clips of fucking some of the players like Ronaldo, and I watched that mad fucking documentary thing.
Is that the one where
shit he's doing?
Headers the ball. You seen the one when he headers the ball in the dark?
No. What? He just senses it's there.
So
is he a bat?
This was a documentary before the Ronaldo one, right? Which I think is brilliant because there's so many things in it. It's a great documentary because you think his son's a test tube baby. Like that's what it makes you think, right?
I think Ronaldo's gay and his son's a test tube.
He's no gay, man. He's no gay.
If I was Ronaldo, I'd be pumping 4 birds a night. And that's why I'm no Ronaldo.
So there was a documentary
for the sidelines.
There was a
training today. No, I'm fucked for last night.
Just get the human growth hormones in you, man. You're like, let's go again. Tie a rubber band on it. Come on. So there's a documentary.
A lollipop stick I can strap to my cock and it's flopping.
There's a documentary before that one, and it was about like examining him as a player. And how they're saying like he's an elite player, how his speed, his strength, his heart to be a winner. It's not for beginners. Deep down in your soul, you're a gladiator. So in the documentary, he's talking about how Ronaldo anticipates the movement of the ball from watching
just instinctively.
No, by watching the way in which it leaves the player's foot. So he can look at the guy as he's taking a corner or a free kick, and from that initial trajectory of the ball, he knows where it's going to go because he's just that good.
Spot the ball, wouldn't he?
Right? He'd be amazing at it, mate.
That's how he's made his money. Spot the ball, champ.
The guy whips in free kicks and fucking Ronaldo does the jump, headers every single one, never misses it, right? And they're talking about his leap and how high he can get in the air and the different training he's done to strengthen his legs and how he uses like his movement to get height. So he's not jumping straight up and down, he's jumping into the header. So it's talking you through all the mechanics and what you need to work on. And then he says to him, I'm going to prove to you that he is anticipating. He's not watching the ball. He knows where it's going to go, and that's where he's heading. And just as the guy hits the ball, they turn all the lights out in the studio. So it's pitch black. So you see this guy whip the ball in, right? So he hits the ball, lights out, and then all you hear is whoosh, as the ball hits the net. And then they show you it in the infrared camera. Mate, pitch black, and he goes up and he's like, and the header, and he scores every single one of them. And the guys watching like, what the fuck? It's madness. He's just
he's a machine.
It's like see when I was a kid, my grandpa used to always talk about Duncan Edwards, right? Who was a Man United player who died in a Munich air crash. He always talked about Duncan Edwards. He's like, I saw him play twice, and he's
before his death or after his death?
No, well, before his death. I mean, I don't think he saw him after he died, but before his death. He says he was the greatest footballer he'd ever seen in his life. He's like, I'd seen George Best. He's seen Dennis Law. He says he saw like Dalglish, all the fucking great Scottish players. He says Duncan Edwards was the greatest footballer he'd ever seen in his life. And I think when we are older, we will talk about Ronaldo to our kids.
Yeah.
All right, they'll be able to watch videos now. Whereas
he's like our Pele or something like that.
I think so. I think there's always, it's like anything else in life, you know, you're a yes, or you're a one or a two, a black or white. You're either Messi or Ronaldo. I've always been Ronaldo since day one. I think Ronaldo is the greatest footballer of all time. Some people like Messi, and they're wrong.
Physically, who have you actually saw who has done that?
Ronaldo.
You've actually saw him physically play?
I've seen him play. I have seen him play. I've never seen Messi play.
Right.
I've seen Ronaldo play.
But for me, when I used to watch football, I was right down the front of a Rangers game once, and Laudrup done a couple of moves right in front of us. And I swear to God, I thought he was the best player I've ever seen in my life. Then I lost all my shares and never supported him again.
But I mean, there's been obviously because I grew up a Rangers fan, so I've seen far more. But then, to be fair, you know, when you were younger and you used to watch Larsson, I used to always wish.
Larsson Di Canio was my favourite all-time Celtic player.
See, you couldn't hate Di Canio. I loved him.
He's fucking brilliant.
And I know people think I'm being daft, man, but there was a couple of times when I was younger, man, and I saw Barry Ferguson play towards the end of his career, and I thought, this guy's a fucking genius. There's a couple, see when he lost his pace and he used to just sit back and do his wee fucking turn and then just spray balls 40, 50 yards. He was unbelievable, man. Remember Kanchelskis when he stood in the ball, did that, and then just kept running with it? Oh, mad stuff. Who have I seen? I saw Gaza play, obviously. He was fucking unbelievable.
And I've seen that. I took mates for Dublin to a Celtic game and went into the Celtic end, and it was Di Canio's first ever game, right? These two boys, Celtic fucking daft, like you wouldn't believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
We managed to get, I don't know, I pulled some favours. This is fucking, and we get 4 tickets for the new stand in the Celtic fucking pitch, fucking stadium. Two boys out for Dublin. Me and Roger, I try to keep it undercover in case any cunt sees us, because people, like mates would know we're fucking support Rangers, right? Anyway, so join the game. Di Canio's first game. The fucking 2 boys for Dublin just fought out this big tricolour with the fucking Dublin pattern on it, right? I go, oh, for fuck's sake, here we fucking go, man. But Di Canio comes on and does, I think it was 5-1. I think it was Celtic Aberdeen's first game, 5-1. All 5 goals to Di Canio. It was fucking incredible, right? We're all going nuts. Join the game. I was even a fucking, I was just enjoying the game. I was a fucking Celtic supporter with the rest. I'm going absolutely fucking script, all right? Best fucking game for these. And I'm thinking about these cunts and all. I'm going, that is imagine your first Celtic game. You're in the new stand. You're fucking Pablo Di Canio's first game, and the cunt scores fucking 5 goals. Right? They're going fucking tonto. What a buzz. Leaving the fucking stadium, gone down the fucking stairs. A boy's like, what are you fucking doing here? Right?
Oh no.
I was like, fucking what a game, eh? And then by that time, all the next step turning on the stairs as we're all trundling down. And I'm going, that's it, we're fucking busted.
What,
and then another guy goes to him, you fucking Rangers cunts, right? I swear to God, man. And I was like, what? Fuck off. Just waiting, man. Here we go. And for some bizarre reason, because the boys for the Dublin were there with the fucking tricolour and all that, everybody just laughed it off. And then the guys who had said it to us actually gave us about 3 or 4 gigs because they thought we were like fucking mad Celtic supporters. And they hadn't booked us because they thought we were Rangers. So after that, I got a few gigs.
That's mad, isn't it?
Aye, but I also thought it was just when everybody's gone down the stairs and everybody's necks just turned when he just went, he's a fucking Rangers or something. And I just went, holy fuck, man. I realised where I was, what I was. Because you get the retards at the football who fucking do you in a minute, man. Just for
I'll just
like that.
I know. I get tickets once to the Scotland-England game at Hampden. And it was when we could beat 2-0. Paul Scholes scored an absolute fucking belter. And watching him play, so Beckham was there as well, right? And watching Beckham and Scholes play as a United fan as well, obviously I was a wee bit kind of giddy, but I'm there at Scotland, England, so I was like, I hope they all fucking die in this pitch. But it was an amazing game. But apart from the game, I always remember Beckham comes over to take the first corner for England. So in the first half, England are attacking the end. We're behind the Scotland goal. And I remember, mate, I mean, that section of Hampden, there must have been maybe 15,000, but the whole of Hampden's, 58,000. And everybody's just singing Posh Spice Takes Up the Arse. And it's one of the greatest things ever, man. Goes to take a corner and the whole stage like, Posh Spice takes it up the arse, Posh Spice. I'm like, this is, as a young guy, I'm like, football is amazing, man. You don't get that at the rugby. You don't get somebody taking a throw in like, your wife takes it up the arse. I'm like, football's great, man. Just dogs abuse, and then we get pumped, you know.
Did you see the videos? This cunt's fucking. There's something I love about the Scottish mentality, right? It's a love-hate relationship, right? You see the fans going away, right? And you know they're just going to get fucking drunk beyond belief, right? But I love that, just no giving a fuck mentality, right?
And do you know why you love it? It's because it's somewhere else. It's not happening. If it was happening outside your house, you'd be going mental. We love watching all the drunks filling Trafalgar Square
other places,
soapy bubbles, cunts taking all their taps off, diving through the streets. We love it when it's in London, but no,
getting all the WhatsApp videos of cunts just weaking their kilts off and standing there born naked and all that dancing.
No Scotland, no party. No Scotland, no party. And then we fucking fat guys out with his wee chubby Wally.
I love all that shit. And there's a wee bit of shame there, but you go, no, we deserve that.
No,
because
we're getting you're watching that going, yeah, listen, some of will get fucking big cocks, right? So don't believe all that bullshit for that wee guy. Mate, you see the problem? See when it was happening in George...
doing it Monday.
When it was happening in George Square, everyone was like, this is an absolute disgrace. It's shocking. But when it's happening in London, we're all like, oh, yes. Man. Here, London should fucking...
Davey, stick your coke in his mouth. Do it. Oh.
I saw a good video of them all arriving at the King's Cross train station or whatever one it is. And there's just hundreds of Scotland fans, man. We'll be coming. And next minute, all these police start walking through, right? So the police are snaking through the middle of them, and then cunts just start fizzing up cans, and they're just fucking covering the police and bevy. And I was like,
yes.
Fucking knock his hat off, man. Drag him in the crowd. Fucking
Did you see the boy stumbling out the pub across the road and knocks the guy off his motorbike?
Mate, have you ever see the thing? I see everybody who watched that. We have all been so drunk that gravity is pure pulling you down because you know when you start walking at a funny angle. Brilliant, man. I love these mate video and just starts laughing because he's just been on a motorbike.
Somebody told us that apparently he posted like one where he was in his bed and going, he's all right. Have you update?
We've got him here.
For them all.
6 broken ribs, a cracked jaw, but he'll be at the game in the morning. Don't panic.
It's the cunt in the motorbike. He's just shaking his seat. If I was that guy in a motorbike, I would have battered absolute fuck him because he's.
I think I would have went round and then like fucking kicked him at the side, kicked him in his ass. Or just drove.
I did a the tap and accelerate it and let the wheel just scud right down his face, melt it off.
Just absolutely fucking kabosh right at the tap him. But it was great. And what I was going to say is, I think that the people of London should thank the Scots for single-handedly saving the pub industry in London.
Oh,
60,000 people
Christmas
there
Day there, didn't they?
drinking the place dry.
Aye. Here's the thing I know, right? Again, let's not go down a COVID rabbit hole. It'd be interesting to see what's the fucking pop-up rates with fucking cunts coming down with COVID and stuff like that. Is it as bad as what they all say? You know, you look at fucking Budapest, sold out.
I know.
Fucking Ram Stadium. What's going on here?
I know.
Anyway, moving on.
I know.
Last topic.
Well, let's save it.
The time traveler.
Right, let's save that for the heroes. Right. Because mate, that's going to be. I need to get into that, and that's too quick to.
Okay,
we're going to save that. We're going to save that for the heroes.
That one.
Aye, because even they had the missus involved. She was on Reddit. I've got all sorts of conspiracies for you about life and death, about mortality. Mate, that needs to be a big one.
Okay. Yes.
So we'll save that. So episode 132 in the bag. Tickets go on sale tomorrow morning, 8 minutes past 8. Become a hero. Patreon.com/the show. And those heroes, look out for some updates coming very soon.
I'm going to say as well, a wee shout out to my postman, who's a fucking avid listener.
Hi.
How you doing, my man? Thanks for listening. And I'm also got to say to the general fucking listener out there, we're going easy on you now.
The general.
We'll just try. I'm going to try the soft approach now.
Okay, listen, good.
6 guys, we've been going on for 6 years now. Come over, join Patreon, support the show, help us continue to do what we're doing. God bless.
Thank you. Good
fucking dirty heroes.
Right, become a hero, man. Access all the goodies. Get every single episode. Patreon.com/the#show. If you are a hero already, we love every single one of these. Reach out to a scumbag. Encourage them to come over, because sometimes you need to be led to the club. You know, you don't just turn up to the Masons, chat with Don, and go, I want to be a Mason. You need to be brought in. So to the heroes, reach out to a scumbag, bring them over.
And talking of heroes, I just want to give a shout out to the people who have just recently joined.
Go on.
And these people are heroes. Welcome: Paul Carroll, Stephen Rush, Paul Maguire, Simon McHugh, Scott Daly, Stuart Buckley, Karen Lee, Andrew Thorpe, Alan Kidd, Bob Allen, Ryan Maguire, Stuart Blair, Lewis Brown, and bringing up the rear, another heroine, Emma Andisigun. Sorry, Emma, if I've pronounced your name right. Adesegun. How would you say that?
I've no idea.
Adsigan. Emma Adsigan. But anyway, 2 heroines in the clan there, Emma and Karen.
I love it when the heroines join up. Love it.
Amazing.
Love it.
Absolutely fucking brilliant. But big up, thanks for joining, guys. And if you're a council listener, think about joining.
Right, 132 in the bag. We'll speak to the heroes next week, and we'll speak to the scum in a fortnight. Stay safe. Take care. Come on to Scotland.
Come on, Scotland.
Oh, just think, by the time this goes out, Scotland will have played.
All right, then. Let's go. We're in the future, Scott. What was the results?
The result was 3-1 to Scotland.
Oh, how good would that be?
Imagine if we scored 3 goals, mate.
Right. I'm going to go my dream and what I think it's going to be.
Talk to me.
1-0 in Scotland.
I'll accept that.
As my dream, right? Just one, just doing enough to win.
Just win.
And I think it's going to be a goal late on in the second half, like fucking just getting it in the air, like fucking.
Can you imagine 92nd minute free kick? Mate, I would erupt.
Hell.
I would erupt.
And then there's the scare in me. We don't even say the scare, Damon. Let's just keep it. Let's put that
positive, mate.
Put positivity into the universe.
We need to be positive.
Right, you're saying 3-1.
I'm saying 3-1 Scotland. That's fine. Either of them I'll accept. Either or.
Just sending positive energy into the universe. Scotland's going to get out our fucking group, and we are fucking bringing it home.
It's coming home. It's coming.
Oh, fucking no.
Right, 132, done, dusted. What an episode. You don't deserve this, you scumbags, but yous are getting it. So sign up. We love yous all. Goodbye.
You've got higher power every minute, every hour. Song? You got me farting in the shower. It's Coldplay's new one. It's fucking brilliant, man. You got me farting in the shower. Can you believe he's got a lyric like that?
No, he hasn't.
He has.
He hasn't.
You've got higher power every minute of the hour. You've got me farting in the shower.
No,
then it says you've got a higher power and I'm so glad I'm here with you, or something like that.
I'm going
That's
to
what I
Google
hear
this before
anyway.
we go.
Yep, do that. Do it
What's
right
it called? Coldplay.
Higher power.
Higher power. Higher power lyrics.
Yep, straight in.
Sometimes I just can't take it. Sometimes I just can't take it, and it isn't right.
Yep.
I'm not going to make it, and I think my shoe's untied. What?
Yep.
I'm like a broken record. I'm like a broken record, and I'm not playing right. Docker Nicob at Elk Knee. What? How can this be a fucking song? Hold tight. Come on. Come on. Oh, 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 oh. Come on. Come on. Yeah, don't let go. Hold tight. Hold tight. Oh, 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 oh. It's all right. It's all right. She said, I got my hands up shaking just to let you know. What?
Sing it, Chris.
That you've
We'll get
got
to
a
the
higher
chorus.
power.
Yep.
Got me singing every second, dancing every hour. Oh, yeah. You've got a higher power and you're really someone I want to know. Oh, oh.
All
What
right. I
a
thought it was
fucking
farting in the
lot
shower.
of shite.
Farting in the shower has a better ring to it.
It does have a better ring to it. Right, 1, 3, 2, done. Goodbye. Become a hero. Patreon.com/hashtag show. Hashtag show.co.uk. All the best.
I had some great stuff I was wanting to mention there, but again, we'll keep it for hero just so we don't forget. I started a couple of new series. Amazing.
Right. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you. Good night. Okay. Great. Good night. I love you. Okay.
The hashtag show.co.uk